Hi everybody, it is mid-November and I am outside looking to see if we can find ourselves some backyard weeds here in the Northeast. We're located in Rhode Island, and the last few nights the temperatures have dipped below 24 degrees, so we have had some significant freezing over the last few days. But let's go for a little exploration because I'm wanting to have some tea to boost my immune system and reduce inflammation. And I want to add to a salad some really nice, healthy, nutritional greens. And since it's been basically frozen, let's see what we can find. So the first thing that I find is this beautiful mullein plant. So now if you're not familiar with mullein, it's also known as cowboy's toilet paper. It has hairy follicles on the top. It's very, very soft. And basically you can harvest this and use it fresh and make a tea with it. And it has wonderful health properties if you have a cold, asthma, any type of lung dysfunction. It will actually help. You can dry it and use it dry. It's a biannual, so it comes up basically 2 years in a row. The first year it will produce this, and the second year it will make a beautiful yellow flower like a big poker. I'll send up a picture. And so here's a small one right here. So this is first number one thing for medicine, not necessarily to eat, but I could definitely make a tea out of this if I double strain it. And if I was feeling sick, this would be a wonderful thing to have in my arsenal as a dried tea because it helps with any kind of respiratory problems. Right on the side of my mullein, I find some plantain right here, and this can be added to a salad. It can also be cooked as well, sauteed. And I also see some violet leaves right here, and that's another thing that we can add to our salad. So I'm gonna go ahead. Oh, and look at that beautiful, still alive violet flower. Adds a beautiful touch to a wild salad, even though it was 24 degrees last night. And look at this. This is goldenrod. And the flowers of goldenrod are also useful for any type of respiratory problems. So the nature is giving us a lot of medicine out here today that we could be using if we wish to. Now take a peek at this. This is called curly dock. And that happens to be one of my absolute new favorite wild perennial greens. It has a beautiful lemony flavor to it. It's awesome sauteed with garlic and then tossed in with some cooked pasta and cheese. Let's not forget about this. These are wild raspberry bushes, and they pretty much are all over our yard here. But these are still nice and green, so we could harvest these leaves and make a raspberry leaf tea, which is a super immune system booster, and it's loaded with antioxidants. So it also helps with inflammation as well. So we've been having a lot of luck, so let's keep walking around and see what else we can find to add to our salad. So this is another one of my new favorites, and this is called hairy bittercress, and it tastes like a very mild radish. You can see some of it still has frost on it, but they're defrosting, and this is actually like a wintergreen, believe it or not. And it will get much bigger than this, but I love the spice that it has. So I'm definitely going to harvest some of this for our salad. Now we're just going to forage around in the winter garden, which is quite tired and has had it for the season for sure. But you know, you can always find something to eat in here. So here we go. First of all, we have dandelion leaves. Those are very good. And then we also have this chickweed. So when you pull in the chickweed, right here, this is what it looks like. just like this. And it's really quite delicious. And I'm going to harvest some of this for my salad and some of the dandelion greens as well. Now here is a multiflora rose bush, which is an invasive species for sure. And what I'm gonna get are these beautiful rose hips, which have been frozen several times, and they're kind of all over this bush all the way down. And this, ow, it has thorns, so be careful. These become sweeter and sweeter as they get frozen, and they are high antioxidants. They have a ton of vitamin C in them. And what I'll do is I think I'm gonna do a combo rose hip and raspberry leaf tea, and I may even do some pine needle tea if I can find some pine needles, which I'm sure I can. So look at this little patch that I just found here. These are wild strawberries, and the leaves are edible and can be used also to make tea. They're immune system boosting. They're loaded with vitamin C, vitamin K, and during the summer months, these make little teeny tiny strawberries that are kind of growing everywhere here on the side of the house. Well, actually the barn. So here is a 5-needle pine. You can see what it looks like here. Basically, there's 5 needles, and you can use this to make a tea that has natural anti-inflammatory properties, lots of nutritious things inside of this tea. You can sweeten it with honey, which makes it even better. And it's a super immune system boosting tea, and this is an evergreen, so you could come out here and make this specialty any time of year. So here's my outside harvest, and now I'm going to prepare some nice tea, and I'm actually going to save some of these rose hips because at this time of year they are so sweet, and I think I'm going to incorporate them into my salad to add a little bit of color, and it's going to be delicious and organic and free. And the other thing is it's super nutritious because the soil is so rich and it's not devoid of all those minerals and everything that our body craves that you can't get in the food from the grocery store. If you learned something from our video, we hope that you'll consider subscribing and liking our video. Thank you for joining us today, and get out there and forage for those wonderful, beautiful backyard weeds.